Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to our Sunday evening live stream. So I think we're live. I think we're okay. So I had a little bit of a moment a couple of minutes ago when I had a job to copy and paste the string key. So when we stream, we have a string key, but we have to just copy and paste from YouTube to our Streamlabs software. So I had a little bit of a job copy and pasting the string key to the software, but I think it's all okay. I think we're live, and I think everything is running absolutely fine at the moment. So hopefully it's all okay on your end. Hello, good evening, and thank you so much everybody for tuning in to our live stream this evening. I'm just going to close down a couple of tabs that I've got here open that I don't need now. So there we go, they're closed down. And yeah, hello, good evening. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Very, very busy already. We have got 39 concurrent viewers at 1 minute into the live stream. So this is going to be a pretty big stream, I think. I've been watching you all chatting away. And yeah, so busy. So I'm going to give a couple of birthday shout-outs. First of all, before I do anything else, I'll give a couple of birthday shout-outs. And then I'll go through the live chat, and we'll see what you're saying. We want you to get involved with one another in the live chat, have a good discussion, and see you know how you're all doing, and so on. So yeah, I'll do that, and then around 6:30, so I'll give everyone a chance to check in, give everyone 10, 15. Probably 20 minutes or so. We'll have a look at late observations from EC Weather. We'll have a look at the 12Z, see if it's still showing very high levels of heat as for the end of this coming week, as well as have been doing over the past few days. So have a look at GFS, the GEM, UK Met. So have a look at those. Can't show you the ECM. Did you see that ECM midday run yesterday? Did you see that? It was absolutely a phenomenal run of the ECM yesterday, the midday run. It was so high. It's like one of the hardest runs I've ever seen. I did show it in GavsWeatherVids Sunny Roundup, where we just kept like the 20 Celsius ice bump, plus 20 Celsius ice bump, over the top of southeast England, southern England, for like 3 days. It didn't move. So if we was ever to get to 40 degrees in the UK, if we was ever to get to like 104 Fahrenheit, 40 degrees, it would happen from a scenario like that, where the 20 Celsius ice firm it just stuck there over southern England for like a couple of 2 or 3 days. But the ACM backed off from that this morning, so it's no longer that very, very extreme level of heat that it was going for last night. But it really did set the forums on fire. Absolutely set the forums on fire, and social media as well last night. Literally, as it was so very, very hot. So the ACM backed off that. But we'll have a look at 12Z, and we'll see how they're looking as well. And of course, it's a Sunday update, which means we've got to do something long range, we've got to do something for the winter. So as ever on a Sunday, we're going to have a look at the some winter data, have a look at CANSIPS. That has just updated yesterday. Have a look at CANSIPS for winter 2020-21, and we'll have a look at CFS V2 as well. So it's going to be an interesting stream. Make sure you click like on the live stream, let YouTube know that you are enjoying it, and yeah, just have a great time, and I hope you enjoy the live stream, and that's absolutely great. So I'm going to do some birthday shout outs before I do anything else. So let's go right way back up to the very first comment that I saw. So yeah, we've got Luke. Luke is telling me that it's both Luke's birthday and Luke's cousin's birthday. Now at the top of the chat, I can't actually see the comment that Luke posted, first comment in, so I don't know Luke's cousin's name, but happy birthday to Luke, happy birthday to Luke's cousin. So I think Luke's cousin is 3, and I think Luke is probably 19, I think I saw. So, it's Leo. So happy birthday to Leo, who is 3 today, and also happy birthday to Luke, who I think is 19 today. Okay, so that's birthday shout-outs number 1 and 2. Birthday shout-out number 3 is for Katrine. It was Katrine's birthday on Friday. Katrine Baso. So if everybody can say happy birthday to Katrine as well in the live chat, that would be absolutely fantastic. Hope you had a wonderful day on Friday, Katrine. And yeah, loads of birthdays going on in GavsWeatherVids community today. Right, I'm going to whiz through this very quickly. It's been so busy while I've been setting up live. I'm watching you all chatting away, so I'm going to wish you this and get down to the bottom of the chat, I think. Got 54 concurrent viewers with us already. Hello, good evening. Thank you so much, everybody, for being with us on our live stream tonight. So Kevin Barber is with us, telling me that it's muggy in Harwich, but it's been a little bit better, a little bit more comfortable over the past couple of days, I think. So thank you, Kevin, for being with us on our live stream. We've also got Iceman with us, saying looking like a heat wave is on the way for the end of the week. Have a look at 12Z very shortly. Thank you for being with us, Iceman. SB is with us. Alpha SB saying good afternoon. So good afternoon, SB. Thank you so much for being with us. SB is feeling tired, so you're still probably suffering from Friday, I think, SB. I know it's a real struggle for you when it gets that hot, so I hope you feel better soon. SB. Duncan Ward is with us. Hi, Gav. Hope we can finish this summer on a warm note. Looking forward to winter updates in September. Yeah, winter updates are going to start on Sunday, the 6th of September, which I think is 5 weeks today. 5 weeks today, the first winter update will be released. So, yeah, we are running down the clock now, well and truly, to winter updates. It would be nice to get a warm August, wouldn't it, Duncan? Good news, GavsWeatherVids summer forecast anyway. Okay, so Iceman is saying lovely and fresh in Northamptonshire. Yeah, it's been a nice day today. Absolutely lovely, nice and fresh, and just a nice bright feel, but not excessively hot. It has been a very nice day today. Good drying day as well today, I think. Right, okay. We've also got weather is cool. Weather is cool checked in, but then I think weather is cool has had to go. So that's fine. Weather is cool. Just have a listen to playback when you can, and we'll see you on Wednesday. We've got Adam Weatherfan with us saying hello, everyone. So good evening to Adam Weatherfan. Chris Ailing is with us as well. So good evening to Chris Ailing. I'm sorry if I miss anybody out. I'm trying to get through what has been a very, very busy chat before we started the live stream today. So I'm trying to get through as quick as I can. Lisa Cotton is with us. Good evening, Lisa. Thank you for checking in. And we've also got, who else is with us? So Lisa Cotton is with us. Yeah, I can see that. And Kevin is saying it's looking very interesting till middle of August. Could see some big storms thrown into mix. Yeah, we could, Kev. We might, you know, if the temperature gets hot enough, we might set off some proper thunder. Adam saying don't like cold winters because hands turn purple. So that's not very good, is it, Adam? Sorry to hear that. That's a condition, isn't it? I can't remember what that's called, but I know that must be quite painful if you get it. Kevin said, I'd like to see the storms move out of France and create so much energy they move into the UK. It would be nice to get a proper thundery bloom, wouldn't it, Kev? We went up to 64 concurrent viewers a couple of minutes ago. We've been here for less than 10 minutes, so thank you so much, everybody, for being with us on our live stream tonight. Okay, running down the chat then. So, again, so busy in the live chat before I started. It's always great to see that. We love to see, people waiting for us before we start live streaming. Lets us know that there's going to be people, to listen to us and hear what we've got to say. So that's always great. We love to see that. Weather with Seth is with us. Weather with Seth. So good evening, Weather with Seth. How is the East Coast today? So you're going to be affected by Isaiah in the coming days, aren't you? You're going to have Isaiah running up the eastern seaboard of the United States, and so you're going to be in for some really quite heavy rain, I think. Do let us know, Weather with Seth. Do let us know how things are going over there on the East Coast. Dylan Holbrook is with us saying, hey all, how has your weekend been? Dylan's glad it's cooler, but being in the southeast of England, I'm dreading the upcoming heat already. I think quite a few people are feeling like that, Dylan. I think there's quite a few people that aren't looking forward to seeing the temperature pushing up again. Thanks for being with us on our live stream. We're going to have a look at 12Z later, so we'll see how hot the 12Z is getting very, very shortly. Right, so amazing, the amazing Marcus guy saying, evening Gav, been quite a nice day up on the Wirral today, very warm in the summer sun. Yeah, been a nice breeze though, hasn't there? It's not been excessive today. It's been one of those nice, fresh, warm, but also fresh and pleasant summer days. Or at least it has been here in Northants. But thanks so much for being with us, Marcus. We hit 70 concurrent viewers a second ago. So hello, good evening. Thank you so much, everybody, for being with us. Please smash your like button. Not literally, but smash your like button. And let us know, and let YouTube know that you are enjoying the live stream. By the way, Super Chat is enabled for this live stream. It will flag up your comments. So you can see I'm going through the live chat as we're going along. Some because the chat is very busy again, some comments will probably get missed out. So if there's anything you want flagging up, then you can Super Chat and then I will see your comment. But otherwise, again, as usual, it's just a case of going through the live chat and just seeing what you're all saying. Okay, so Jeffers Craft is with us. Jeffers Craft Gaming. So we've had weather with Seth from the east coast of the States. Got Jeffers Craft from the west coast. Good evening, Jeffers Craft. Thank you so much for being with us on our live stream tonight. I assume it's another very hot day over there in California. Of course, it's sort of early afternoon there, I suppose, where you are, isn't it? But thank you so much for being with us on our live stream. Right, so Alan Petru is with us as well, saying, hi everyone, a nice pleasant day here in Warwickshire, 24 degrees in the garden. Yeah, it's been a lovely day. Been a lovely day today, Alan. Thank you so much for being with us on our live stream this afternoon. Loads of people conversing with one another, so that's always great as well. We want you to get involved with one another and you know, have a nice chat as you are going along, and that's absolutely great. So let's carry on scrolling down. Okay, so we've got Adrian Major with us saying, afternoon Gav, afternoon everyone. Hope you're all well. Looking forward to the Sunday stream after Friday's caught me out. Yeah, we just do the Friday streams like on the fly, Adrian. So don't worry about it. You know, sometimes we will stream on a Friday. Sometimes we wait, just if I've got enough time. Really, those Friday streams are always much more relaxed and you know, they're not scheduled particularly. I may start scheduling them and doing them more regular when we get into GMT, and I start live streaming the GFS 18Z, the last GFS run of the day. We may start doing that more on a Friday. And so that's what we call the pub run on the forums, because it has a reputation of always showing something rather unusual and rather bizarre. So we call that one the pub run. We may start live streaming the pub run on a Friday night when we're in GMT. At the moment, it updates too late to be able to do that. So at the moment, Friday streams are just on the fly. So don't worry about it, Age. And sometimes we do Friday streams, sometimes we don't. But it's no problem if you miss it. Just have a listen back on catch up. It's so busy in the live chat. I see our moderator Savvy is with us as well. So good afternoon, Savvy. Thank you so much for moderating the live chat this afternoon. How are things over there in North Wales this afternoon, Savvy? I hope you're having a lovely afternoon. But thank you so much for being with us, and yeah, thanks, Savvy, as always, for moderating our live stream. Right, that's 75 concurrent viewers turning into a big stream. Around 15 minutes, we're going to do some screen sharing. We'll have a look at the latest observations from XC Weather. We'll look at the 12Z. We're going to look at some winter data as well. Look at the EC Ensembles. We'll look at winter data from CANSIPS and CFS V2. And so that will all be coming up later on in the hour. The phone is unplugged, by the way. If you're wondering and worrying, don't worry. We are not going to be interrupted by anybody dialing in, so that's not going to be happening. The phone is unplugged, well and truly. Right, I'm going to try and make progress in the live chat. Mark Kanish saying, evening Gavin, hope you're well. I've noticed CFS is saying a possible wet September. Could that be a good sign for cold winter to come? Always look out for wet Septembers. Yes, one of the things we look for, Mark, a cool wet September can sometimes precede a colder winter. Although, as ever, there's no guarantee. There are loads and loads of Septembers that have been wet and quite cool and haven't been followed by a colder winter. So there's never a guarantee with our weather. You know, people are always looking for the possibility of a guarantee of a colder winter. There are no guarantees. It's where we are in the world. We're perched next to the Atlantic Ocean. Our prevailing wind is southwesterly, and cold winters will always be the exception to the norm. There are a few forecasters out there that seem to think that cold winters are an annual occurrence, but they are definitely not. They are the exceptions to the rule. And, you know, you could have everything setting up perfectly through the autumn, but you still come away, or we could still come away with a mild winter, and that's just the way it is for where we are. Right, I'm going to try and make a bit of progress then. So DS is with us. DS saying, hello everyone, looking forward to a very warm and even hot August. Yeah, we're going to have a look at 12Z data later on. Thank you for being with us, DS. Daniel Bradley, hi everyone, looking forward to this one, especially the winter. Hope you're well, Gavin. Yeah, I'm fine, thanks, Dan. I'm absolutely great. Thank you so much for being with us on our live stream tonight. Alan's Petrucci saying, looking back at the summer of 76, last day of July had a ground frost. Yeah, it's true. There were some unusually cold nights through that summer. Although it was an exceptionally hot summer, there were some pretty cold nights through 76, weren't there, Alan? Because the ground was so dry, I suppose. Well, it's like in a desert climate. It became a desert climate for a while through the middle of the 70s. And when it's so very, very, very dry, you know, it will be very hot by day. But by night, if the skies are clear and the air mass isn't particularly humid, if we've got low dew points, by night in a desert climate, it will get quite cold. I'm sure Jeffers knows all about this. You know, it will get quite cold in a desert climate. And that's kind of like what we became for a while during the middle of the 70s, as it got so very, very dry. We've hit 80 concurrent viewers. So hello, good evening. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here with us on our live stream tonight. Make sure you hit the like button, give us a thumbs up, and let us know you're enjoying it. Let YouTube know as well that you're enjoying it too. So DS saying, hello Gavin, you are well today. I know you were a bit sceptical the other day about very warm August, but what do you think of the latest CCM GFS? I think we're certainly shaping up for a very warm first half to August, DS. Whether we can extend that through the whole of the month remains to be seen. We might have a month of two halves, but I definitely think the first half is looking pretty warm, I have to say. Okay, so Craig is with us as well. Craig 98 saying, don't think we should get ahead of ourselves with it being a hot August. We shall see, Craig. Have a look at 12 there very, very shortly. I know you're not a fan of hot weather though, Craig, so I know if it does get really intense, you're not going to enjoy it, are you? But we're going to have a look at 12 there very shortly. Adrian asking me, Gav, do you think a new record of hottest ever temperature will be set next weekend? If last night's ECM 12Z came off, then yes, it would happen. I reckon that would have got us to 40 degrees potentially in the far southeast. The ECM has backed away from that, and so now I would say probably not. But we're going to have a look at 12Z very shortly. We know that like the first week, 10 days, perhaps first couple of weeks of August can potentially be hotter than late July. So we know what happened in late July last year, how hot it got. If that pattern had occurred like in the first week of August, first 10 days of August, it's possible it would have been even hotter than that. So at the moment, while again these heat surges and heat spikes rule nothing out, but I would say it's very unlikely. And that's as much as we can say at the moment. Shiram with me, so good evening Shiram, and also Weather Time Lapses Daily saying, yay, live stream I just remembered, welcome Weather Time Lapses, thank you so much for being with us on our live stream tonight. Right, Katrine is with us as well. Get your birthday shout out, Katrine. I hope you heard it. Happy birthday for Friday. We've also got James Young saying, a pair is going for 33 this Friday. Yeah, I think it's Thursday, James. I think I saw the Weather Outlook, my good friend Brian at the Weather Outlook tweeting about this a few minutes ago. Brian was saying that a pair is going for 33 on Thursday, I think. It could be Friday, I might have got that wrong, but I think he said Thursday. So we shall see. We shall see what happens later on in the week. Okay, James Young's also saying Arpege went 37 on Friday, was most accurate model. Yeah, Arpege did really well with that. It is high res, of course, so it's always pretty good. We've got Petipa with us as well. Petipa saying, good evening, everyone who's looking forward to another heat spike next week. I suspect there's quite a few people not really looking forward to it, Petipa. I would think there's probably, after what happened on Friday, there's probably more people that would rather we didn't have a heat spike than rather we would. But as I always say, whatever you want from the weather, it's fine. If you want a heat spike, if you want to get to 40 degrees, 104 or 105 Fahrenheit, I mean, it's fine as well. If you'd rather it just be cloudy and overcast and cold and wet all summer, that's fine as well. Because ultimately, the weather will do whatever the weather wants to do. We have no, we have no sort of bearing on what the weather is going to do on a day-to-day basis. So, people can wish for whatever weather type they want. Absolutely fine with me, because the weather is just going to do what it wants at the end of the day. So whatever people are hoping for, wishing for, wanting out of the weather, if they get it, then enjoy it. And if they don't, then the weather gods haven't been kind, and that's all you can say, really. Shiram saying, hello, Gavin. Do you know if there are ECM graphs available for temperature and precipitation, just like the GFS? Talking about ensembles, I think, Shiram. So I don't think not sort of publicly available. I'm sure there are to Pro Mets, at the UK Met Office, and, if you pay a lot of money, you can access them. But I don't think there's anything publicly available. I could be wrong on that. Somebody correct me in the live chat if I'm wrong on that. But not that I am aware of. The ECMWS still has a lot of data that isn't made public. Although, having said that, they have made a lot more data public over the past couple of years, over the past 2 or 3 years. A lot more ECM data have been made public than was ever the case, like a few years ago. But as far as that is concerned, I don't think there is, but I might be wrong. Daniel saying, good evening, Gavin. I hope you're well. Looking forward to winter. Hopefully the daddy of all winters. I doubt we would beat 62, 63, Daniel. So I would say if anybody wants a cold winter, then just hope it's a cold winter. But if you're sort of going to be setting up the idea in your mind that we're going to get a 1963 again, you're almost certainly going to be disappointed on that. I mean, never say never with the weather, as I always say. But I would just kind of hope for a cold winter and maybe a bit of snow. If you get anything colder than that, then of course it is a bonus. But I wouldn't go into any winter hoping or expecting for a 63. 1963, the daddy of cold winters, was the coldest winter since 1740. A lot of people forget this. And when we see these newspaper headlines that are coming from certain so-called faux forecasters, you know who I'm talking about, you know who they are, that are constantly predicting like the coldest winter for 100 years or 200 years. They forget that 63 was the coldest winter since 1740. So if we had a winter that's colder than 63, we'd actually be having our coldest winter since 1740. So 63 is an extraordinarily rare event. It's like a once in 200 year event, and as you can never you never rule anything out, so we might get another 63. We might get the coldest winter since 1740, but you can't expect it to happen. And so everybody needs to remember just how extreme a winter 1963 was. And I would sort of be hoping for like a winter kind of 2010, 09, 10, maybe a 79. I think a 1979 type winter is doable. It's possible we could get that. We came pretty close to that with 0910. Came quite close actually to like repeating 79. So I think that's doable. But if you're expecting a 63 or expecting the coldest winter since 1740, you will almost certainly be disappointed. Now, put a neck on the block with that. So famous last words. If we do have a 63 type winter, then everybody will be remembering that, I'm sure. Okay, so we're just hovering under 90 concurrent viewers. So is this live stream going to push up to 100 concurrent when we start screen capturing? We shall see. I'll get on with that for you around 5 or 10 minutes time. Right, okay, so let's see who else is with us. Weather Time Lapses Daily saying not looking forward to late this week, very hot. Yeah, I think a lot of people will agree with you about that. Okay, let's move on down. So Matt Mikey saying, I hope we don't get 40 degrees, that's too hot. Luckily, the ECM has backed away from that. The ECM 12Z yesterday would have kind of got us to like 40 degrees, I think, if it verified, but the ECM has backed away from that, or it did this morning. Iceman, remind me, it's also subscribed Sunday. Yes, it is, Iceman. So if anybody's not subscribed to the channel, if they've found this live stream through YouTube search, for example, then please, can you consider subbing the channel? We're always looking for subs. Okay, Savvy saying, I've somehow managed to cut my thumb again, so I can't type far. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Savvy. I hope it's not too bad. How has he managed to do that? I'm really sorry to hear that. I hope it's not too bad. Savvy, thank you so much for being with us when you've got that going on as well. So I hope you're okay, my friend. Sorry to hear that that's happened. I really am. Right, okay, so we've got lots of love being given to Katrine, lots of birthday wishes, so that's absolutely great to see as well. Right, to move on down, so Dylan is saying it's rained on my birthday every single year since I was born. When is your birthday, Dylan? We think 90 concurrent, by the way. When is your birthday, Dylan? Is it in the autumn or winter or something? Mind you, I don't know how many birthdays you've had, so if you've not had that many birthdays, then you have 14 birthdays. Okay, so I guess not that many to go at then. Certainly not like the 42 that I've had so far. We've also got, so let's carry on down. We've also got Andrew Davis saying, when myself was basking in that heat on Friday just gone here in South Wales Valleys, it was very foggy and rainy for much of the day. You missed out, but actually I think it would have been more comfortable with that. It was very, very, it was very, very intense, that heat. So yeah, I probably would have preferred it to be overcast and raining, really. Let's move on down, and we've got Sane with us. Sane Patel is with us, saying hi, gang. So good evening, Sane. Thank you so much for being with us on our live stream tonight. Right, Petipa is saying, I'm in love with the GM. We're going to have a look at that in a moment, Petipa, so no spoilers until we have a look at the 12Z very shortly. City Andy is with us as well, my good friend Andy, so we just scroll down to the bottom of the chat, so I'm going to get back up to where I was. So I think Andy was saying something about cold weather. Let's see if I can find it. So let's see, so busy in the live chat. Absolutely amazed as ever how busy it is in the live chat. So Andy is saying, I love the cold at times. I think I should have been born a penguin. I know you love it, Andy. You absolutely love it, don't you, when it's cold? You'd love it like frozen and snow covered all year round, I think. But thank you for being with us on our live stream. Andy says it's ironic that the coldest winter of the last 30 years had a westerly QBO. Yeah, and it just goes to show it is possible to have it cold with a westerly QBO. So there's a lot of people thinking that if we have a failure of the EC QBO, that's curtains, winter. Not necessarily so. SB is with us as well. I think I've already given a shout out to SB, but thank you so much for being with us on our live stream tonight, SB. So, also got Mark Hodgen saying hi, Gav. So, good evening, Mark Hodgen. Good evening, Mark. Thank you so much for being with us. Right, in a couple of minutes, we will have a look at that data. We're going to have a look at latest observations, have a look at the 12Z, we'll have a look at the EC Ensembles, have a look at CANSIPS for the winter of 2021, and CFS V2 will be coming up later on in the video. John Cartwright is with us saying, hi, Gav, watching GavsWeatherVids. Hopefully, we'll get a nice warm August. We shall see, John. Thank you so much for being with us on our live stream tonight. Neil is with us. Neil Cutler is with us as well. So good evening, Neil. John Cartwright's giving love to Savvy's 5-day weather forecast, I think. So, yeah, we're all very, very impressed with, Savvy's 5-day forecast, aren't we? They've been a real asset to the channel, and it allows me to have a slightly more restful day on Wednesday as well. So I'm enjoying that also. But I think Savvy's been a little bit of a revelation with his 5-day forecast. Jack Lowe is with us, and unfortunately, I think it'll be a hot August. It could be, Jack. It could be. We shall see. Got Mikey Pierce saying, yay, a hot August. So there's a lot of differing views about this, isn't there, within the live chat. Some people are looking forward to a hot August. Some people aren't very happy about it. But as ever, you know, the weather will do what it wants. So whatever we wish for, we've just sort of got to cope with it, and the weather will do whatever it wants, irrespective of what we all want. Andy Alat is with us. Always great to see new names. Good evening, Andy. Andy Alat saying, good evening, Gavin. Looking forward to hear about how hot it could potentially get next week. Yeah, going to have a look at 12Z very shortly, Andy. Sunny is saying, good words, Gavin. I'm not sure what that's related to, but obviously I'll say something, but Sunny agrees with, so that's fine, Sunny. So Sally saying, I love the heat, but whenever it comes, it's always when I'm recording, so never get too hot to enjoy it. Yeah, that's right, you know. When we get it, we sometimes don't always want it at that time, do we? Reggie Boscat, or Busquat, is saying, however, I probably announced your name wrong, so that's Reggie Bosquet, I think. But anyway, thank you so much for being with us. It's always great to see new names on the live chat. If you're not subbed to the channel, please sub, Reggie, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up on the video as well. Andy said we will beat 63 at some time, but not expecting it this year. No, I wouldn't expect it at any time, Andy, to be honest. Dylan is saying there's a historic video 6263 on Gavin's channel. Yeah, which is nearly 40k views. Yeah, the Winter 6263 historic video that I did, I think it's for Boxing Day 2012, is at nearly 40,000 views. So that one's a pretty popular one. There are a few on that channel. It's on the old channel, not on this one. It's on my original personal Gavin Partridge channel. And there are a few on there that aren't that popular, actually, because I wasn't very good when I was doing a lot of those earlier historic videos. I wasn't at all. Shiram's had a very cold January. It's long overdue. Yeah, that's true, Shiram. Mark is saying, I think that goes for 1947 Winter 2, doesn't it, Gavin? Possibly. 47 was very, very strange, but that's a very odd winter where we was always on the cusp of going mild, but somehow or other we just was kept within a cold pool of air, like from the end of January to the middle of March. So that was a really bizarre winter. I wouldn't expect a repeat of that anytime soon, really, because it was a very, very strange, very strange winter, the way that we was just constantly kept within cold air, although it was a very unsettled winter and something quite Atlantic-driven winter as well, really. But we was always on the cold side of the low pressures, producing copious amounts of snow. Darth Vader is with us. Good evening, Darth, saying, I hope we will experience the coldest winter ever. I know that's not likely, but I hope it at least. Yeah, it's fine to hope for that, Darth, but I don't expect it. That's the point I'm trying to make, really. Never expect to beat the winter of 63, because it is the daddy of cold winters for very good reason, which is that it was the coldest winter since 1740. James Jukebox saying, I'm happy with a few beasts approaching from the east. Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? So it would definitely be pretty good if that happened, James. Okay, so I think with that, we'll give it another couple of minutes, show. Let's give it till 35 minutes past, and then we'll do a little bit of screen capturing. Hovering around 90 concurrent viewers. So good evening, everybody, and I hope you're enjoying the live stream tonight. Luke's checked out, so goodbye, Luke. Luke's left us. Okay, who else is with us? Okay, so let's see. We have a time lapse here saying me and Arpege can't get along. So you think that's a hot model, don't you, Ben? Time lapse is. Penny H saying Arpege is better than GFS regarding temperature forecast, especially being this summer. I think the GFS parallel run might be a little bit better though than the op. That's what I've heard anyway. Moving on down, Alpha SB is saying the weather gods have been very generous to me this year. So, perhaps a lot of thunder then, SB. You've been enjoying the weather then. Right, where are we in the live chat? So I've got to move downwards, and so here we go. Petrifer saying, Gav jinxing it, so we get a 6-2-6 restart of winter. Yeah, you know who to blame if you get frozen up for months on end, don't you, Petipa? SB said will be interesting to see a heat spike turning to a deep cold snap in October. Yeah, it could happen. Like southerly winds, if they back southeasterly and easterly, they can very quickly start getting cold in the autumn. That kind of happened in the autumn of 1985 to some degree. Shiram saying we need the severe cold next winter to hit between December and early February. I'd like a cold December, Shiram. I'd like a cold Christmas, definitely would. Okay, Daniel is saying, let's get back to where we are. So, it's so busy in live chat, just it's constantly trying to scroll down to the last comment. I saw Daniel Bradley giving a comment, which I now can't see. So, can I find that? So, no, I can't see where that's gone. Daniel Bradley, I understand the Gulf Stream is slowing down. What are the chances of it stopping, given some mini ice age? Been all sorts of fears about the Gulf Stream slowing and stopping for years and years and years, Daniel. I'm quite sceptical about it. I suppose it could happen, but, again, I would be quite sceptical about it. Carl Willington is with us saying, hi, so good evening, Carl. Great to see new names. Make sure you sub to the channel. Don't forget to smash a like button. Andy saying Savvy does a great job on 5-day forecast. Yeah, he really does. Savvy's 5-day forecast has been absolutely fantastic. Trevor Hall saying, hi Gav, hope it doesn't get as hot this week as it did last week. I live on the south coast and it was far too hot for me. It did get very, very intense, didn't it? Got so intense. So we'll have a look at 12s there very short. We've got 96 concurrent viewers, edging closer to 100 concurrent. If we get to 100 concurrent, then we'll start screen capturing. Chelsea Bill saying, hopefully a warm August changes long-term pattern from front-loaded summers and back-loaded summers to winters that we have had over the last decade-ish. We shall see. We shall see, Chelsea Bill. We're at 98 concurrent viewers now. So, okay. SP's mouth is burning after eating a spicy chicken. Oh dear, SP. I hope it wasn't too intense. I hope it wasn't too hot. Yeah, I hope you're not burnt your mouth too badly on that. Right, Aidan Majid is saying, hoping the GFS is correct in the 12 there. Gonna have a look at very shortly. No spoilers, Aidan. No spoilers. So, moving down, and okay, we've got Ahmed Ali's checking in saying, yo, so good evening, Ahmed, and thank you for being with us on our live stream. Again, just hovering under 100 concurrent viewers. Yes, we shall go to, we've hit 100 concurrent viewers. Okay, so at that point, I think we're going to go and have a look at, I think we'll go and have a look at the 12s then, do a little bit of screen capturing. Savvy saying, just be respectful, that's all we ask. So, I don't know if something's kicking off in the live chat, but yeah, just to endorse what Savvy is saying, we want everybody to be kind, we want everybody to be, we want everybody to be nice with one another. And yes, please be respectful in the live chat. Otherwise, you'll be timed out. Otherwise, you'll have to leave the live stream, I'm afraid. So Savvy has got it all in hand. Thank you so much, Savvy, for moderating our. Thank you so much for moderating our live stream, Savvy. And yeah, please be respectful in the live chat. Right. Okay. So let's go off and do that screen capturing. Then we're at 100 concurrent viewers. It's one of the biggest streams we've done for a very long time, and you've all been waiting for this, so let's get on with it then. So we're going to turn off the image. The image is going to go, and we're also going to get rid of the webcam as well. That's gone. We're going to start display capturing. And I'll click that also. And we're going to go, first of all, we're going to go over to XC Weather. I'm going to look at latest observations. As you know, I've tweaked Streamlabs. Everything is running so much better now. So we're not having all of the constant refreshing of the pages and the live stream becoming slow and so on. So everything is running so much better right now. So yeah, hopefully it's working for everybody. Right, we're at XC Weather, and we're looking at 24 degrees as our highest temperature at London City Airport, 24 degrees, 77 Fahrenheit. We've also got Lakenheath at 23. We've got Wattisham at 21. And we've got Bedford at 21 as well. Moving into Church Northford, 21 degrees there through the Midlands. Oxford is at 20 degrees. We're going over towards Wales. We've got Sennybridge at 18. We've got Lake Vyrnwy at 15, moving down southwest England. We've got Plymouth at 18 degrees. And then heading up to Cabalcurry, we've got 16 degrees up there. Moving into northern England, we've got Leeds and Bradford at 16. We've got Newcastle at 18. And we've got Aboyne at 15. Over to Northern Ireland, we've got Belfast at 13 degrees. And we've got Loch Glascannock at 11 degrees. So it gets progressively cooler the further northwest you go. Pretty warm in that southeast corner, but a nice fresh feel. And it's not been a bad day at all. Right, so next thing I'm going to look at is the 12Z. So, as we know, the models are flirting with the idea of bringing back hot weather at the end of this week and into next weekend. So, we're at Wetter Central, or should I say Wetter Central, and we're going to have a look at the GFS 12Z first of all. Excuse me. Always has to be a little cough in a GavsWeatherVids live stream, doesn't there? So, excuse me once again. Got a bit of tickle in the throat. So here we go. We're at West Central. We're going to have a look at the GFS 12Z. And the current situation is that, of course, we're in this sort of freshish westerly flow. And yes, so it's a nice day. It's cooler than it was on Friday with lots of intense heat. It's still high summer, so it's pleasantly warm in the sunshine, but with a nice fresh feel. Early part of next week is going to turn a little bit more unsettled as low pressure comes in from off the Atlantic. That's going to bring showers or longer spells of rain into northern and western parts of the country. In the southeast, though, it should be relatively dry, and by middle of the week it will start to become warmer in that southeast corner. Okay, we're going to move through to the second half of next week, and high pressure is taking over on the GFS 12Z. So we've got high pressure building over into the east of the country. It's turning into the south. That's becoming dry and hot and sunny across most parts of the country. That's lifting the temperature up at the end of the week, probably to below 30s, possibly back to the mid 30s Celsius. It depends how hot the upper air temperatures are getting. We'll have a look at those in a moment. There is a suggestion by Saturday of a bit of a fungy low there across the northern parts of France, and then maybe turning more generally fungy up the eastern side of the country through next weekend. So that sort of breaks down the intense push of heat coming up from France on Thursday and Friday, possibly turning fungy, and then pressures building in behind it. Still very warm with that, probably in the south quite hot actually, but back to like a fresher type feel, I would have thought, and it should be mostly dry under that ridge of high pressure as well. That ridge is carrying on as we move up towards day 10, so this is a prolonged spell of dry and very warm to possibly quite hot weather that's setting up to day 10. That is day 10, Wednesday the 12th of August. We're looking dry and pretty warm there under that area of high pressure. The ridge beginning to weaken as we get to the middle of August. That's the 15th of August. Just beginning to weaken the ridge a little bit, starting to try and go a little bit more unsettled. It's not a washout by any means. I mean, the Azores High by the end of this GFS road, which is the 18th of August, the Azores High is trying to build back actually, but just for a little while, it does turn slightly more unsettled and a bit cooler around the middle part of August. Let's have a look, shall we, at the upper air temperatures with the GFS, see how hot they're getting at the end of the week. So again, we're on Thursday there, so looking very warm on Thursday. That probably gets us quite close, I would have thought, to 30 degrees down in the south. This is how the upper air temperature look on Friday. Bring up the 15 Celsius ice spell on Friday. That gets us into the 30s, probably up to like 32, 33 across much of the south. How much hotter does the GFS 12Z get? So we don't, by the look of it, pull up the 20 Celsius ice firm. That stays across France. However, through to Saturday, again, we've got 15 Celsius ice firm in southeast. I think by Saturday, that's probably getting us quite close to 33, 34, maybe at the outside, somewhere like central London will go up to 35 with that. And then as weekend progresses, it perhaps turns a bit thundery and starts to cool down a little bit, but still staying really quite warm. You know, it's not going particularly cool at all. And as we move up towards day 10, staying quite warm there. So I can't see that on the list. So let's try and do it from a drop-down menu. There we go, UK MO. So this is the UK now. I always have a job to find the UK Met at Wednesday, so I'm not sure why. So Wednesday, quite unsettled in the north and west, a little bit drier and warmer down in the south and in the southeast too. We go through to the second half of the week. If the hover will enable, sometimes the hover West Central does run quite slowly. So we're going to try and get the hover to enable and take us through to the end of the week, but it doesn't seem to want to do it. So let's do it the old-fashioned way and just click 120 hours. There we go. That's Friday, 7th of August with the UK Met pulling in those hot southerly to southeasterly winds. As far as we go with the UK Met, it's a Saturday, still looking pretty hot, particularly in the south and the southeast. Starting to go a little bit cooler, maybe in the northwest. And let's have a look, shall we, at the GM as well. So we'll have a look at the GM, see how that's showing. So this is how the GM is looking for Saturday under a large ridge of high pressure on Saturday. Let's go back 24 hours to Friday, actually. So that's how the GM looks for Friday. Again, looks pretty hot across most parts of the country, particularly in the south and southeast on Friday. Saturday, high pressure is dominating the weather. I don't think the upper air temperature will be quite as hot with this, with the GM for Saturday. But really warm anyway, too hot and mostly dry, fine conditions there. Sunday, large ridge of high pressure dominates weather sat over the top of the country. Again, this is not pulling up those excessively hot southerlies that the GM has been indicating over the past few days, but it is very warm, too hot, and it's mostly dry under that area of high pressure. Temperatures would be kind of low 30s widely, I think, across most parts of the country. Monday, again, looking mostly dry, anticyclonic, very settled and quite hot too. Tuesday, still maintaining that ridge. It's a very prolonged spell of dry and very warm to hot weather with the GM actually through this first half of August. Just perhaps by day 10, a little bit of a breakdown beginning to take place from the north and from the west too. But the GM is much more sustained with sustained dry weather, very warm too. Okay, we can't show the ECM, as I keep explaining. The ECM won't be updating until between 7 and 8 o'clock. So, unfortunately, regrettably, we can't show you that. These are EC Ensembles from the midnight run, though. So, just very, very quickly go through them. This is from the Icelandic Met Office, of course. So we have 11 members of the ECM Ensembles. I'm just trying to enable my highlighter. So we have 11 members of the ECM Ensembles at day 10, which is for the 11th of... no, it's not. Let's get rid of that. So that didn't go very well at all, did it? So let's try and get rid of that if we can. So that is shown for January. So I've got the completely wrong chart up for there. You don't want to see the ensembles from the 1st of January. Definitely not. So we want 2020 08 02. And these should be the ECM ensembles for today. Sorry about that, everyone. They were ECM ensembles from New Year's Day this year, so I don't know how they appeared. Right, this is correct. So this is for the 12th of August. The ECM ensembles from the Icelandic Met Office, all members of the ECM ensembles, 51 out of 51, showing a large area of high pressure sitting over to the east of the country. They'd be drawing up like a very warm to quite hot southerly wind. So nearly all members of the EC Ensemble will be dry and hot at day 10, 12th of August. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. This gets us to the 17th of August. We have 23 members of the EC Ensemble with low pressure to our north and west. That's going to be a little bit cooler, a little bit more unsettled. 14 with an area of high pressure over top of the country, and 14 with high pressure again over top of the country. So even in 2 weeks' time, which takes into the second half of August, there is just a little bit of a suggestion that we might still see higher pressure dominating the weather and ruling the roost. Right, should we have a look at CANSIPS then? I think that's what a lot of you are waiting for, isn't it? CANSIPS for winter of 2020-21. CANSIPS updated yesterday on the first day of the month. Always updates on the first day of the month. And so I'm going to show you the mean sea level pressure anomalies from CANSIPS via tropicaltidbits.com for the next few months. We're going to start in August. So this is mean sea level pressure anomaly from CANSIPS for August 2020, showing low pressure to our north and bringing in like a westerly wind. So CANSIPS looking quite unsettled for August. Bear in mind that looks at odds with the model output we're already looking at for the first half of August anyway, which does look anticyclonic overall. So how reliable is this update from CANSIPS this month? To me, it looks like it's already going off the rails for August. But there we go, that's what it's showing. I can only show you what these models are indicating. So that's what it's showing for August. Right, let's have a look at September. That one is also looking unsettled in September. Again, don't take the H's and the L's too seriously, the highs and lows. Concentrate on the colours. Low pressure dominating. That looks like a cool and wet September. I'll take you through to October, shall I? Do you want to see October? This is how October's mean sea level pressure anomaly is looking with CANSIPS. Low pressure over the country. Again, I hope everybody can see this okay. Low pressure is over the country and to our east. High pressure is out to the north and west. Winds are in from a northwesterly direction. That could be quite a chilly October and could be very unsettled too. Quite wet and quite cool. November looks quite interesting. It has a mid-Atlantic ridge. An area of high pressure is centred out to the west of the country, and so that will pull wind in from like a northwesterly to northerly direction. Mainly dry out as the high pressure out to the west, so the Atlantic is blocked off, but could be a little bit on the cold side. Right, so that's the autumn. Let's get into the winter then. This is December from CANSIPS, from the latest update. December is looking mild and zonal. Low pressure to the north, high pressure to the south. In come the westerly winds. That's an Atlantic driven, relatively mild relatively mild and also quite unsettled December. This is January. And look away now if you want a cold January, because this is building up an area of high pressure over top of the country from the Azores, with deep low pressure, a polar vortex of doom perhaps up over Greenland. Low pressure is up to our north then. We've got the jet stream going north. We're under a ridge. I mean, under that ridge it could get quite cold because it's the middle of winter under an area of high pressure. So you might get frost and fog. But it's not a cold scenario. There's no northern blocking. In fact, it is very, very zonal. That's February, so still looking Atlantic driven. Just a little bit of a change for February, with the low pressure, the trough kind of extending a little bit more towards the northeast, which might allow some cooler snaps with winds coming in from the northwest. However, it's still basically Atlantic driven, still high pressure from the Azores to southern Europe. Low pressure is up to our north, and I'll just take you through to March. That's March. We're under high pressure and early spring. Nothing doing from a cold perspective from CANSIPS at all this month. The high does go towards Scandinavia, though, over here, actually. So I suppose that could allow something a little bit cooler to come in from the east. But generally, this is very disappointing update from CANSIPS for anybody who wants cold weather this winter. It's still really early days on this. I still really shouldn't be showing you this winter data, but we've been doing it since we started live streaming in April, and so if everyone just takes it as a bit of fun and so on, then that's fine. But from a cold perspective, that's a very disappointing update this month from CANSIPS. I'm going to show you CFS V2 as well, I think. So we might extend this stream out for 10 minutes or so. I'll show you CFS V2 in a moment, but I'll just go back to YouTube and see how everything is over on YouTube and see what you've all been making of that. So I am going to turn off the display capture just for a couple of minutes. And I'll also put the image back up. I will enable the webcam. So webcam is back. Hello, good evening. Thank you so much, everybody, being with us on our live stream tonight. I'm just going to pop back to YouTube and see what you're all making of that. I hope you've enjoyed this live stream. I see we're still hovering around 100 concurrent viewers. So it's absolutely amazing that this stream has been so very busy. Thank you so much, everybody, being with us. If you haven't liked the video yet, then please can you give us a thumbs up on the video and let YouTube know that you have enjoyed it. Give us a thumbs up on the live stream. We'll have a look at CFS V2 shortly. So I'm going to just close down Tropical Tidbits. So I've closed down Tropical Tidbits. There we go. And I'm going to just very quickly move back to the live chat and see how things are looking. So hopefully whatever was kicking off in the live chat just before I started live stream, hopefully that's all okay. I think everything's looking okay in the live chat. So here we go. Savvy saying it's been banned. No negativity here. Well done, Savvy. Indeed, we do not want negativity. We want everybody to be kind. We want everybody to have a good time. That's why we're doing these live streams. I brought the live streams back in April because things were so very bad for everybody that I wanted everyone to just have a good time. So we don't want anybody being negative in the live chat. Definitely we don't want any negativity in the live chat. We don't want people being nasty and so on. So that's great. Thank you so much, Savvy, for sorting it out. So that's absolutely fantastic, Savvy. Right, I just scrolled down. We've got Richard with us. Good evening, Rich. Thank you so much for being with us on our live stream this series. We're still hovering around 100 concurrent viewers. This is the busiest live stream done for a very long time, I think. Thank you so much, Rich, for being with us on our live stream tonight. Okay, Carl H is with us as well. Good evening, Carl. Thank you so much for being with us. So, Savvy saying we're going to say chart look like a polar vortex. I think we're at CANSIPS here. Yeah, definitely, Savvy. Going to have a look at 732 very shortly. Okay, so Richard saying I'm on holiday from work from next Sunday. Hot will do me. You've got to time it just perfect, Rich. You might have timed that absolutely perfectly. Certainly looks like the first half of August is shaping up to be pretty dry and warm, and that's what I'm saying about CANSIPS. So I think CANSIPS is off the rails there as early as August. I don't think we'll have that kind of low pressure dominated August that CANSIPS was showing there. I think we'll have a much more anticyclonic August. And so I wouldn't take CANSIPS overly seriously. If you're disappointed what that's showing for the winter, then I think it's off the rails as early as like now. I think it's off the rails now, really, with that. So don't worry about it at all. It's very early days for all of these long-range models, of course. Okay, so Gaster is with us. Gaster Xavier. Good evening, Gaster. Thank you so much for being with us on our live stream tonight. Dylan, not very impressed with December. It got worse as well, didn't it, Dylan? Vader hates mild winters. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people in the live chat that would agree with you about that, Vader. Definitely I think there is. Petipa isn't very impressed with CANSIPS either. Petipa is not very impressed with CANSIPS, so that's great as well. So Petipa saying ridiculous model, I think I saw. So you don't like that one, do you, Petipa? Right, okay, so, okay, everything's looking fine, everything's looking absolutely great, and so I'm going to show you the CFS V2, as I wanted to show you CFS last week, but I sort of left it off, last week, and I know one or two were a little bit disappointed about that, so I've been promising you CFS V2, so therefore we'll extend the stream out by an extra 10 minutes, and yeah, we'll have a look at that, and we'll have a look at CFS V2 and see what that's showing. So it's getting quite dark here in GavsWeatherVids Tower. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put Streamlabs back up. We shall turn the webcam back off. We're going to turn the image off again as well. And before I start display capture, I'm just going to turn the lights on. So just bear with me for 2 seconds. I'm going to stand up, put lights on, come back to the chair. There we are, we've got light at GavsWeatherVids Towers. Okay, so I'm going to start display capturing once again, and we're going to bring you CFS V2. So again, if anybody hasn't liked the video, please can you like the video, let YouTube know that you have enjoyed this live stream, let us know you've enjoyed the live stream too, and that'll be absolutely great if you can do that. I've got 95 concurrent viewers. It's a massive stream. Thank you so much, everybody, for being with us on our live stream today. So we're extending this out for an extra 10 minutes or so. This is CFS V2 700 millibar forecast for the tri-monthly periods. I normally show these on a month-by-month basis. I thought I'd do a little bit different with this one, show them on a tri-monthly sort of basis. So we'll start with August, September, and October. And I think I'm going to have to pull out with this, actually. I was not going to be able to see it. So there we go. You should be able to see that now. So this is the 700 millibar high dominance from CFS V2 for August, September, October, with high pressure to our southwest. Otherwise, not much else going on. Probably a little bit westerly. Could be a little bit Atlantic Jim, but there's not much in the way of low pressure there to concern us. This is September, October, November. So this is how the autumn of 2020 is currently looking, with CFS V2 has high pressure to the south and lower pressure just to the northeast. Again, probably a little bit westerly, maybe, with that high pressure down to our south. It all looks very averagey, really. It all looks very, very averagey. October, November, December is looking like that. So it has below average heights over Scandinavia, has above average heights to our south. Winds are coming in from a southwest, from a northwesterly direction, I should say, not southwesterly, northwesterly. So late in the year, that's October to December, possibly going a little bit cooler. It does still look a bit Atlantic driven, but with a trough over Scandinavia, there would at the very least be the chance of some colder interludes, I think. It's not like what CANSIPS was showing there. You know, there would be the chance of colder snaps. However, to pull off a proper sustained cold pattern, you do need to get rid of those heights from Spain. You need to get them out of the way. You need to get the low pressure over Spain. High pressure needs to be up here and up here, really. And then the jet stream needs to go down to Spain and North Africa as well. Nevertheless, it could produce a few cold snaps there. November, December, January looks like this. So again, we have lower pressure to our north and northeast. We have a weakening higher pressure. To our south. Still all looks a little bit Atlantic driven. Again, probably the chance of some colder snaps, but not a sustained cold pattern. That's December, January, February, and so again, over time, you're gradually losing those heights from Spain, so that's quite important. The high pressure is kind of pulling back towards Bermuda over time, so the high pressure is pulling out of Spain and going in that direction. We've got low pressure coming through here, but one thing we've lost quite a lot of is the northern blocking. You remember, we've been looking at the CFS quite regular, and like a couple of weeks ago, CFS did have quite a lot of blocking over Greenland. We have lost quite a lot of that now. It's not a traditional Atlantic-driven zonal pattern that CFS is going for there, but we do need to see the blocking come back towards Greenland, really, to get us into a colder pattern. So I think the CFS is kind of going for a near normal type winter at the moment, with the chance of colder snaps included. That would be my interpretation of what the CFS is doing right now. But it has toned down that northern blocking quite a bit. This is January, February, March. And again, we've got the high pressure in the middle of the Atlantic, low pressure is out to the northwest of the country. So that actually looks a little bit more westerly, really. So yeah, it's quite strange what's going on with CFS at the moment. I think the CFS has backed away from the northern blocking quite a lot, but there is a chance of colder snaps. It's not looking anywhere near as bad that as what CANSIPS was showing. I'll just show you one of the individual CFS runs from Meteo Ciel, or Meteo Ciel, I suppose. I'll just show you this. This is the 18Z from the CFS V2. Let's quickly rattle through this. So we're beginning at the start of August, and I'll try and get through this quite quickly. So I don't think we'll worry too much about the autumn months. Let's try and get towards November. I suppose I should have had the charts ready to load up, but I haven't seen this. I don't know what it's going to be showing. The last minute before I started the live stream, I just thought I'd get Meteo Ciel up and we'd have a quick look at it. So this might just show a mild winter. I don't know what it's going to show. This 18Z 9-monthly CFS V2 forecast. But I'm rattling through September. So it looks like September's quite a changeable month actually, but I haven't gone through it on a daily basis. October looks like it's starting anticyclonic there, but again I won't go through that on a day-by-day basis. I want to rattle through quickly, and we'll go to November, and that's where we'll start this. So we're coming towards the end of October now, and here we go. So we're at the end of October. That's where we'll start. So we've got low pressure on 30th of October with CFS V2 9-monthly forecast 18Z across some parts of England, northern parts of France. Some higher pressure up towards Greenland as well. So that's starting to pull in colder air from the north and from the northeast too. This looks like we've got a cold start to November. Let's see what it's going to do. So we're going up to bonfire night. Looking quite cold actually for bonfire night, with high pressure just out to our west and pulling in like a north-northeasterly. So that would be like a proper traditional seasonal sort of bonfire night. Definitely would be. Carrying on, so we move further on into November. Nice area of high pressure over top of the country for a while, but then we're going back to low pressure. Always high pressure to our north, so this is looking quite a cold first half to November, really. Will at the very least be quite a lot of frost with those areas of high pressure. There definitely will be. Into the middle part of November, under that ridge of high pressure, again, looking mainly dry, quite cold, could be pretty frosty. 19th of November, taking the high pressure out to the west, look at that, turning wind into the north, putting down northerly winds, so that's a proper northerly blast there. That would be a real blast of northerlies, bringing snow to northern and eastern parts of the country. Again, I have not seen this. I didn't know what this was going to show. I just got this up at the very last minute before I started the live stream. So this is going to be as much of a surprise to me as it is to you. I have no idea how this is going to go at all. We're coming to the end of November with high pressure then moving up towards Scandinavia. So this is looking as though it's going quite cold actually. High pressure towards Scandinavia, low pressure out to the west and pulling in like a cold east southeasterly for like the end of November. So that's bringing in that's bringing in quite a lot of cold air from the east. Could be bringing in some snow as well from the east too. Start of December, we've got low pressure just to our south with higher pressure to the northwest. Again, there could be quite a lot of snow coming in with that across many parts of the country. This wasn't a bad one to pick, was it? Going through the first week, no one's going to believe me, but I didn't look at this, are they? Everyone's going to think that I already had this sorted out, but I honestly didn't. I just got this at complete random. Right, so at the 8th of December, we're pulling in the southwesterlies now. So after a very cold start December, it is turning milder and wetter with low pressure racing in from off the Atlantic. And now we're going into a much milder snow. That's much milder for the second week of December. But it's having to go at raising the heights again to the northwest as we're coming up towards the middle part of December. It's having a go, isn't it? So notice you've got high pressure over Spain. That's what I was talking about on the charts a minute ago. To get into a proper cold pattern, you've got to get the high out of Spain. We saw this last winter. If you've got a ridge over Spain, you will invariably just keep the wind in from the west. You have to lower those heights over Spain, over Portugal, through the Mediterranean, to get into a proper cold pattern. Is it going to do that? Well, we're going up towards the second half of December, and we're pulling in a cold northerly now as we move up towards Christmas. It's going cold just in time for Christmas. There's cold air and snow moving in from the north, from the northeast as well. This is going to be a cold Christmas. It looks like it's going to be a cold Christmas as well. So that's Christmas Eve, pulling in the wind from an easterly direction, and that will bring snow showers into eastern parts of the country. I can't believe this actually. Go through to like just to New Year, cold and snowy to our south, high pressure to our north, bringing in east winds. That'll be a cold Christmas. That'll be the coldest Christmas that we had since 2010. What else is it going to show? So the high pressure then, as come towards New Year, starts to go over towards Greenland and Iceland, or tries to anyway, but doesn't quite pull it off. So just underneath high pressure, probably dry, cold and frosty. Will be plenty of snow on the ground from those earlier easterlies around Christmas. Are you okay with this carrying on a little bit longer? Just get into February, and then I'll wrap this up. So we're into the 11th of January. Mild west southwesterlies, mild areas returning off the Atlantic. Looks like we're going now into a much milder pattern after that cold Christmas to New Year period and start to December. This is a proper mild pattern now. Look at this. High pressure to our south, low pressure to our west. That's dragging up southerly winds. That would be like quite balmy, really, potentially quite balmy there. However, high pressure is trying to get itself back to Scandinavia again, so we're having a go at pulling in more easterlies. We're up to 21st of January. Some sort of high pressure over Scandinavia, a little bit unsuccessful, not really a traditional Scandinavian high, but is this going to manage to pull off another spell of easterly winds? Let's have a look. So we're into the last week of January. Yeah, winds turn back into the east again. So here we go again. More easterlies in the last week of January, bringing in more snow from the east as well. So this is a proper cold sort of December, and at times into January also. With snow, particularly for eastern parts of the country, on those easterly winds. Now, inside of February, heights again rising to our south. Notice what that does. It pulls winds back in to the southwest. And let's just see what it's going to do for February, and then we'll wrap things up. So we run through February, and it looks like we're having a go at building high pressure over Scandinavia again. But this is Atlantic driven now, bringing low pressure in from off the Atlantic. So we're on the mild side of those areas of low pressure. And we're running through February. It looks like February's a milder month on this CFS V2 solution. It looks like it's a milder month to me. Going a little bit anticyclonic, but that's quite a warmish ridge. That's a mild ridge, really. Although I suppose it could produce night frost and that sort of thing. But essentially, we're losing like the blocking type signal and something of a milder but relatively anticyclonic sort of February. But that's quite an interesting CFS V2 run. Into early March, we're back into northerly winds again. I won't go any further than that. So that's quite an interesting CFS V2 run. Remember, the charts we looked at a moment ago from the main CFS website, they are like an amalgamation of the 4 CFS runs. So the CFS is run 4 times a day, midnight, 6 in the morning, midday, and 6 o'clock in the evening. And what we've just been looking at is the 18s area for 6 in the evening CFS V2 run. The charts we started off with from the CFS are like anomalies based on those 4 CFS runs that are run daily. So although like we've lost the blocking and the cold wind signal to some degree from the main CFS charts, obviously there are individual CFS runs that are still going for this colder pattern, but I would assume they are now not occurring as frequently as they were. So we've got very lucky with that one, or very lucky with that tonight. So I would think that probably there aren't as many individual CFS runs that are going as cold as that. Right, okay, so with that, we're going to go back to YouTube, and it will be time to wrap up the live stream. This has been a very, very long and extended live stream. I hope you have all enjoyed it. I've not seen any sort of error messages or any problems with buffering, thankfully. So I think we've sorted all of that out. I'll put the image back up. The webcam is going to go back up as well. Hello, I have returned for the final time, and we're going to go back to YouTube, and I'll just wrap up the live stream. We'll see what we're saying. We're still hovering at just around 95 concurrent viewers. It's been a massive stream. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in to this live stream this evening. The live streams are getting bigger and bigger and bigger as we're going along. I think they definitely are. We're building up our audience on a week-by-week basis, and this is only going to get bigger, I would think, as we move into the winter updates. Remember, from the 6th of September, we will be doing winter updates every Sunday, and so the Sunday live stream then will become like winter update live streams, although we have it at 12Z as well, of course, but they'll be like talking about winter updates. So when we connect the live streams with the winter updates, things are going to really get very, very interesting, and things are going to take off then, I'm quite sure. Right, so I'll just go through one or two more comments, and then we're going to wrap things up very, very quickly. It has been a long live stream. Thank you so much, everybody, for sticking with it. So you all enjoyed that, didn't you? I think you all enjoyed that little bit of screen capturing with the CFS V2 at Meteo Seal. I'm sure you did. Richard is saying that CANSIPS not CFS V2 2. Yeah, I think the CFS has won the battle, hasn't it, Rich? I think it's won the battle of the models today. Okay, so we've got Gary Hayward. I want to open a window, but spiders come in. Oh, sorry to hear that, Gary. So thanks for being on our live stream anyway. John Charlesworth, massive thumbs up for the Meteo Seal graph. So have we found a graph from Meteo Seal? Maybe we have. Okay, so Richard saying apparently he wants a clean match. So yeah, CFS definitely won the battle, hasn't it? Okay, Kevin saying a winter for everybody, if you ask me. So yeah, definitely on off. Gets harder in February, I think, but otherwise December and January look quite interesting there. John Penman saying great stream. Thank you so much, John. Also VK saying thank you and goodbye. Petipa saying the gem is my pet, basically. Okay. Adrian saying fantastic stream, Gav. Thank you so much. Thanks to Savvy. Bye everyone. Yeah, thanks Savvy so much for moderating as well. Mikey saying more likes required. Yeah, if anybody, before you check out, you haven't liked the stream yet, please give us a thumbs up on the stream so that YouTube knows that you have enjoyed it. It does help us with the algorithm, so please give a thumbs up before you leave the page, and yeah, let YouTube know that you've enjoyed it. If you haven't yet done so, make sure you sub to the channel as well, of course. Okay, I think we're going to wrap things up there. So, Andrew Davis is saying, fantastic video as always, doing a fab job, Gav. So, thank you so much, Andrew. That's really, really, lovely. Thank you so much. And thanks so much, everybody, for all of the lovely comments. We're still hovering at 80 concurrent viewers now. We've been here for, what is it? Been here for an hour and 15 minutes. So, so it's incredible. Thank you, everybody. And yeah, I just hope you've enjoyed this sunny evening live stream. Now, next thing, I just tweeted you through next thing. We still haven't got the Beijing Climate Centre, by the way. If we got the Beijing Climate Centre, I would have shown you the Beijing Climate Centre Winter 2020-21 update from last month. We still haven't got it. Whether the Beijing Climate Centre is gone and it will never come back, I don't know. I don't know what's happening at Beijing Climate Centre, whether it's due to the political situation at the moment. I don't know what's happened, but the charts have been inaccessible at Beijing Climate Centre now for around 2 weeks, so I'm not sure whether they will come back. If they ever do come back, then I will show you them, but at the moment I can't show you any data from the Beijing Climate Centre. I am hoping that next Sunday we'll have Patalpeng's analogues, the winter of 2020-21. It's getting the date for next Sunday is just on the knife edge of whether Patalpeng will have updated his analogues or not. It's possible that next Sunday's live stream will not include Patalpeng's analogues, and we'll have to show you them like on the following Sunday's live stream. It's just one of those knife edge dates next Sunday where he might have updated them he might not have updated them. I'll keep you updated, Bo, about that. I definitely will. But we will still show you some sort of longer range data next week. There'll be something. There's always something from the CFS. So if everything else fails, you'll always have something to fall back on from the CFS V2, and we'll show you CFS data anyway. Definitely next Sunday. Wednesday's live stream is going to be quite an interesting one. So, of course, you know, but Savvy doing a 5D forecast on a Wednesday. I'll be having a bit of a relax on a Wednesday, and then in the live stream on Wednesday, I'll sort of combine the live stream again with the 10 to 14 day update. Seems to be working out quite nicely doing it that way, and so yeah, that's what we'll do on Wednesday's live stream, and then next Sunday, hopefully, have Patel Peng's analogs, but we can't guarantee that we will. Right then, so still loads and loads of lovely comments coming through. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you to Savvy for moderating what has been an epic live stream. The live chat has been on fire, so Savvy has had his work cut out with this live stream. Thank you so much, Savvy, for moderating. And thank you to all of you, each and every one of you, for getting involved in the live stream, for liking, for watching, and for being with me for this hour and nearly 20 minutes. Thank you so much, everyone. Oh, with that, I'm going to end the live stream there. So stay safe and stay well. We're going to see you live on Wednesday. Plenty coming up between now and then, as you know what the recording schedule is. So plenty coming up between now and Wednesday. We'll be back live on Wednesday evening from 6 o'clock. And yeah, thanks so much, everybody. Have a great rest of your Sunday evening. And that's all for now, though. I'm going to end the live stream there. Thanks so much for watching.